Hello everyone. So we are in Unit 6, Lesson 1. Multiply by multiples of 10, 100 or 1000. So our learning outcome is to identify patterns of zeros that exist in products of a one-digit number and multiples of 10, 100 and 1000. So the word that we will be focusing on today is the associative property of multiplication. So, a bakery produces 4 types of bread every day. Now I have the number 4. I will write it down. They make 300 loaves of each type. I have the number 300. I will write it down and then I will write equal. So how many loaves of bread do they make each day? Imagine that these are the 4 types of bread. So this is type 1, this is type 2, this is type 3 and this is type 4. So what I'm going to do is that I will multiply to find the total. Now let's figure out how can we find the total of 4 times 300. Okay, so we can use a multiplication equation to solve this problem. So the first way that we will use the basic facts. So 4 groups of 300s, it means 4 times 300. So 4 times 300, I know that 4 times 3 is 12. So 4 times 300 is 1200s. And then, how many zeros do we put for hundreds? We put 2 zeros. So the answer will be 1200. In Arabic. So أنا أعرف أن 4 ضرب 3 هو 12. فإذا كان عندي 4 ضرب 300 بيكون الجواب 12 مئات. طيب الحين راح أحول الوورد فورم هذه 100 إلى أرقام. So راح تكون 2 zeros. ليش؟ لأن دايما 100 عندي يحتاج 2 zeros. أما إذا كان tens فراح يحتاج 0 واحد. نفس السؤال هذا. 4 times 30 it's 12 tens. So tens need 1 zero only. Hundreds here needs 2 zero. Thousands needs 3 zeros as we know. Now the second way is associative property of multiplication. So associative property of multiplication means that we are decomposing a number. So there are 3 numbers that we are multiplying. عندي 3 أرقام أضربهم في associative property of multiplication. So what number I can decompose? I can decompose the 300. So it's 4 times 300. I will decompose the 300 to 3 and 100. So now I have 3 numbers. This is an associative property of multiplication. So 4 times 3 is 12 and then times 100. Then 12 times 1 is 12 and then I will just put the 2 zeros down. So the answer is 1200. Okay, how can you solve the equation 8 times 2000? So I know that 8 times 2 is 16. So 8 times 2000, I will put the 16 and then how many zeros are there? There are 3 zeros. I will just add the 3 zeros. So it's 16,000. Okay, so on this page, the student should work on their own. But I will do 2 questions. So 4 times 400 is 4 times 400. Now 4 times 4 is 16 hundredths. Now what does 16 hundredths mean? So the hundredths usually needs 2 zeros. So it will be 16 hundredths, so 1600, the answer. Okay, now I'll do this question. 7 times 300. So as I said before, I will take the 2 numbers. 7 times 3 is 21. And then how many zeros left in the equation? 2 zeros. I will just put the 2 zeros there. So a comma comes after 3 numbers, so it's 2100. Now 2 times 900, 2 times 9 is 18. And then how many zeros left in the equation? 2 zeros, so it will be 1800, and the comma comes after 3 numbers. That's it. Now Maya has 6 boxes of glass bakers. There are 50 bakers in each box. How many bakers are there? Show your work. Now, as I said, someone has boxes and they already distributed the things inside it. So, in Arabic, إذا كان عندي سؤال يعطيني مثلا أن أنا عندي بوكسات وأوريدي الأغراض موزعة في البوكسات، هذا معناته أن أنا راح أسوي ضرب. أوكي؟ مرات ما يقول لي بوكسات، مرات يعطيني سؤال أن إذا كان عندي مثلا أرفف، أوزع الكتب على الأرفف، وزعت مثلا 12 كتاب في كل رف، هذا معناته راح يكون ضرب. So I will do 6 times 50. So as I said before, 6 times 5 is what? It's 30. Okay, so this is the answer for 6 times 5. Now how many zeros left in the equation? 1. So I will add it here, then the answer is 300. If you want to extend your thinking and your learning, you can do these 2 activities. For example, I will answer one question from this worksheet. So 6 times 30, 6 times 3 is 18, and then how many zeros left in the equation? 1, so it's 180. Now another question is something or an unknown number times 2 gives me 40. So what number that I multiply by 2 gives me 4? It's 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, but then 1 0 is there, so a 0 should be here. So 20 times 2 is 40, that's correct. Now this is the exit ticket for our lesson. If you want to do it, you can write the questions in your notebook. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then how many zeros left in the equation? There's 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, and then a comma comes after 3 numbers, so 1, 2, 3, so the comma will be here, 4000.